It's always so quick.
Monday.
It is Monday. I'm finally here. I'm not on an airplane. I'm not
And
missing.
Rosenberg back from assignment.
Yes, but I have some other assignments I might be on in the near future. So
that is unacceptable, sir.
I know. So I might have to just say, switch nights maybe once or twice, or you'll miss me again.
We'll see. Or we just can proceed without you.
That's true.
I think we can do better.
By the way, if you want to be a guest, or
I do,
or just be the co-host, EriDanLive.com.
Would you like to be a co-host for a night?
EriDanLive.com.
It's so simple.
Yes. And what is tonight's movie?
A magical family journey into the world of the imagination.
The Twilight Zone?
It is. It's a Night at the Museum.
Ah, yes. Night at the Museum. There it is.
A family classic. A good old-fashioned romp down memory lane of hijinks and hilarity. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remy Malek's first movie. Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Adam's already
really polishing up this turd. Wow. Adam.
I don't feel this is quite a turd.
I don't feel this is a turd.
No, this is family fun.
I enjoyed it. Who picked this? I forget.
Amanda.
I was flying. Amanda. Well, we should bring Amanda in right off the bat.
Absolutely. Let's put her on the spot. What do you got to say about this turd, Amanda?
I think it's a really fun movie. I mean, to be fair, I think it came out around the time that I was very much in my Owen Wilson phase in high school. So I was so that was, I think, what initially drew me to this movie when it came out in 2006 or whenever. But I just think it's a really fun movie.
It is a fun movie.
You know what's crazy? Owen Wilson's not even credited in this movie.
Yeah, I saw that, which is interesting.
Yeah.
For how much he's in it, it's very strange.
He wasn't originally. It was a cameo, and it tested well, so they shot all this other stuff later.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of other stuff later, let's bring in some other people.
Let's bring in all these other people who weren't scheduled to be here anyways. No,
I'm just a cameo. Bye.
There you go. There, perfect.
All right, there you go. Anyway,
all right, see Dave for a second. Yeah, this is good family entertainment. I think this is Ben Stiller. Obviously, there's a reason they made 3 of these.
Yeah.
I mean, I think where Adam's going with this is, it was very obvious what was going to happen as far as the main storyline went. That he's he's a failure. He's divorced. The Paul Rudd stepdad is, successful. He's a Bond salesman. He's got a pager and a cell phone.
Bond salesman to you.
Yeah. And you kind of see where it's going. He's going to have a redemption. It's a redemption story.
Yeah, but there's so many movies where you can foresee what's going to happen.
Exactly.
If you were to take every predictable movie, we'd be down to a very slim pickings here.
Like any action movie, from the beginning of Die Hard,
100%.
I didn't succeed and save the people, right?
Again, this is not my complaint. This is why I'm assuming Adam didn't like it. But I mean, to have Dick Van Dyke,
then Adam must hate Jurassic Park, given his current
criticism. To have Mickey Rooney.
Or Ghostbusters. You'd have to hate that as well.
Oh, yeah.
He said there wasn't much of a story. It was just a CGI fest.
I mean, this is a PG movie. It's
a family movie.
This is definitely a family movie.
It's not a kid's movie. It's a family movie.
Exactly. Right. So there are definitely jokes in there for the adults, but it is clearly not necessarily,
Yeah. I mean,
Schindler's List.
Well, that's a CGI fest.
It'd be a weird tonal shift. Yeah.
I mean, Robin Williams I thought was really good. There's a lot of little, hidden jokes within there. Like, what do I get? 3 wishes? Like a genie reference to Robin Williams. The Christopher Columbus joke, which a lot of people didn't get. The director Chris Columbus. Anyway, I think it's a fun movie. It is what it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed watching it. Thank you for choosing it.
Yeah, and to be fair, I I'm not the kind of person who overthinks the movie as I'm watching it, so I tend not to call plot twists that can be called because I'm not trying to figure them out. But like I do think that the like other night guards being the villains was like not immediately obvious from the beginning of like obviously as soon as you see the guy pressing the key, you know they're
Yeah.
up to
Obviously, they're up to no good.
but like for the good like first half
I was
hour
the
of
first
the
time
movie,
watching it. I don't think I saw that coming.
yeah, I think that's a cool twist.
Another twist I really liked was if you've watched any horror movie or The Mummy or any of those,
Yeah,
when
exactly.
they're pushing the cover off
Oh
of
yes.
the sarcophagus, he was going to be the villain. He was going to come out and he's like, oh no, it's just this English gentleman.
Well, and they set it up from the beginning that like this mummy has been in here for like 50 some years and is constantly rattling the sarcophagus. Like,
All right, Adam does say he can see how kids would enjoy this. You know. Well, what about the kid in you, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke can do no wrong for me, you know. And I love his turn at being,
What's great though is like when they're running up the stairs, it's obvious that it's two of the three were stuntmen, and then I looked that up,
Oh yeah, it was really clear.
and it was really Dick Van Dyke.
yeah.
But the other
Well,
two
even
guys,
just 5 or 6 years ago, he'd be on talk shows and he'd do a dance, and he was. It's amazing.
I mean,
Oh,
think this is
even
06.
recently, he's still moving around a little bit more than
Yeah.
He was pretty far into his 70s when he shot this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And for being not a super major character, I very much like Ricky Gervais as the weird
Yes.
museum
Yes.
curator. Who,
I mean, it is really a star fest.
yeah, it's impressive.
Amazing, and I will say, even if it is a CGI fest, the CGI kind of holds up in most cases. There's one or two scenes where it's like, all right, but ultimately,
Jumanji. I love Jumanji.
I
Yeah,
love.
I'd say this is very comparable to Jumanji, to be honest.
Yeah, it feels
I
like
like
it's
Jumanji
very
better.
small.
That's just me though.
Well, I won't say it isn't better or worse, but I mean they're in the same ballpark. It's not like this Jumanji to me is head and shoulders above this.
I wouldn't say Head and Shoulders. No.
Some of the things that surprised me in doing a little bit of the checking on the, the trivia and whatnot. Those are all of Eric's.
My action figures,
Yes,
absolutely.
they're all coming to life.
That would be Toy Story at my house.
Yeah. But the fact that they only used the exteriors of the Museum of Natural History in New York, they shot this in a soundstage in Vancouver,
Wow.
in Canada.
Yeah, I
They
was.
recreated it. I didn't realize that. I thought they
Yeah,
actually
you,
shot it
you,
there.
you can't quite throw as many things around as they need to in this movie if you're inside an actual
Yeah.
museum.
Another trap they didn't fall into is they didn't make him and the docent get together at the end.
Yeah.
True.
No, it's like no, that's fine. They're just coworkers, Now maybe they'll get together in a future movie. Who knows? But for this movie, no, it's not a thing.
Did they get together in a future movie?
That's a great question. I was actually
I don't remember.
do a little research on that one.
Yeah,
I remember watching the second one. I know I've never seen the third one.
I've watched like 2/3
I
of the
haven't
second
seen
one
the-
today
yeah.
so far, and she is not in it. At least the first
Okay.
2/3 of the
Yes.
second one. So
No.
I'm thinking,
Amy Adams is in the second one.
yes,
Oh.
as Amelia
For those
Earhart.
who like Amy Adams.
Yeah. It was funny too that they couldn't pronounce Sacagawea properly. Or Sacagawea. Wait,
Yep.
Jewy?
The second one is very clearly like sponsored by the Smithsonian, I assume, with how much like heavy hand, like it's a little, it's very funny, but it's a little like his son is helping him research how to break into the Smithsonian. His son's like, actually, the Smithsonian's like 13 museums. It actually looks pretty awesome, and so it's like, okay, let's get.
I have jokingly said this movie was sponsored by Big Museum. 'Cause
Interestingly enough, that there are 3 of these movies that are live action. There's the 4th one that is a cartoon.
Yeah, which
Critics gave all 3 of these movies a 43%. All 3.
It's impressive.
they're all on IMDb. They're all between 60 and 6 and 6.5.
Yeah.
They're all in a very narrow range.
Interesting.
Impressive that the sequels didn't drop off much at all.
I
It does for the audience.
more than-
Well, that's fair. Yeah, the Grace started out already kind of meh on it.
yeah, I didn't know there was more than 2.
Yeah, no, there are 3.
Yeah, if you don't count the animated, there's 3.
Very interesting.
Yeah. It is weird to me that like Owen Wilson's character was not supposed to be pretty central, just because I feel like him and Octavius were such a great part of.
Steve Coogan is very good.
It's very like shoot, what's that? My literature is Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels bit with the tying him down with yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I love like the train hitting him in the head. And, like,
Yes, I do.
Blow through the wall, just a tiny little puff of smoke.
Yeah.
Enjoy that. Sadly I just looked up Jake Cherry, who played his sons in all three movies, as you can see. Most recent credit is he was an extra in Chompy and the Girls.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, there's next week's movie.
Wow.
All right.
Well, he didn't really have much chance to sort of stretch his legs in this. So there's no way of telling if he was a good or a bad actor.
No, unfortunately, his career has been really spotty. From that point, I think he might have gotten out of acting based on this filmography.
Another small thing I liked was the Ricky Gervais character. You know, when he realized the people were coming in, he just basically handed him his keys back and walked off. He didn't, try to make it sound like it was his idea or do any of sort of the stereotypical pompous, leader of the place thing. So that was nice.
Well, I was making fun of Jake Cherry's filmography, and I feel bad that in 2023 he passed away.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
Jeez, Eric.
Really?
Like this guy hasn't worked in like 2 years. He hasn't done anything.
Well, actually, wait a second. No, apparently that's not him. He tried.
This is how rumors get started,
Wow.
Don't trust the AI in Google.
No, of course don't trust the AI in Google. Why would you?
Don't trust AI in anything unless you're using it very well. But then you're just trusting yourself, right?
He's fine. He was born in 96. He's a nice young punk with a goatee. Jake Cherry's doing just fine. Do not worry if you Google Jake Cherry.
So Jake Cherry's alive.
As far as IMDb knows.
Yeah. Wikipedia also does not know if he's dead.
Wikipedia
If he's
doesn't know.
dead, I feel like he's. I don't know.
I don't know
I'm
where.
just speculating about Jake Cherry's alive or dead status.
No, generative AI is experimental, and apparently
I do think that I felt the pace of this movie was right. It never felt like it was dragging to me. It kept going at a pretty solid clip. Never found myself looking at my clock.
Yeah, I found there were a couple of bits that like individual scenes where I was like, I don't need you to like spend like 2 minutes mocking this monkey. Like we know the monkey's gonna.
I need
that
though.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that was for Brian. My bad. Okay, so we can keep that.
Yes. I love monkey stuff.
When the RC car flips upside down and bursts into flame. Why is an RC car bursting into flame?
Because the RC cars also come to life when the music at night and becomes a real gas car.
So here's a weird one. Looking at, I'm going back to Jake Cherry. On Wikipedia, it shows his film credits, and there's no third Night at the Museum for him.
Oh, is he not? Oh, okay, interesting. I wonder if he isn't in the third one.
He pulled a Crispin Glover, and
he was in Blue's Clues. He was on Blue's Clues as a young child.
Interesting.
According to my resources, he is in Night at the Museum. Battle for the Smithsonian.
Right,
it looks like there's somebody else playing him. It looks like Skylar Gizondo is playing Nick Daly.
Skylar Gizondo?
I mean, okay, Wikipedia says that the credit for Nick Daly, son of Larry Daly, is Skylar.
No, that's
Gizondo.
Daly. That's not Cherry.
No, but that's his actor.
No, the character name is Nick Daly.
Yes, Skylar Gizondo plays
The
him.
human was Jack Cherry.
Now we're
Now
gonna have to watch the third one.
Yeah,
there's Bill Daly who was
in 2013, it was announced that Skylar Gizondo would replace Jake Cherry.
Because Jake Cherry's not dead.
Well, he wasn't when they made Night at the Museum 3.
And he still isn't.
For
28 years old, according
He's
to this.
probably alive, yeah.
I don't know. I can't even find a fake story. Eric just made something up.
I did not, but there was a GoFundMe for somebody with the same name, and that's
Was it Nina?
okay.
Was it Nina Cherry?
where they got the. It was not Nina Cherry.
The
Not a
buffalo,
Subaru.
the
She's in a
buffalo
buffalo
stance.
Yes,
Was it Zach Cherry from Severance? Is that his name?
could be. It could be Jake from State Farm. I don't know.
Could be Jared of Subway. Anyway,
Yeah.
So
The third movie looking for him.
yes, that's the Night at the Museum. The search for Nick.
Jake Cherry.
He loses his adult son in a museum.
Well,
No
his son
relation to-
refuses to leave because he wants to stay a child forever.
Oh wow, we're going Peter Pan Night at the Museum.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. It was interesting when we were watching the like first half of the movie. It felt like his son was like weirdly chill about everything. He got less constantly chill about it. But like the scene of him like Ben Stiller running out onto the ice was, and then his son's just like, "Oh hey Dad, is he running onto the ice again?"
Now.
Okay, that's
Or the kid
cool.
be like, "Dad, get off the ice!" Oh God.
Yeah, he's a very forgiving child.
He said this was Ben Stiller playing a version of a Ben Stiller performance. Adam has a lot to
Yeah,
say.
but-
I mean,
I
Ben
guess-
Stiller is.
That's no different than Jeff Goldblum playing a Jeff Goldblum
Yes,
performance.
yes,
Or
yes.
Christopher
Yeah.
Walken playing a Christopher Walken. I mean, there's certain actors that are like that.
And it's not
I-
like the character he played was out of like was inappropriate for the movie he was in. I think it fit the role quite well.
And he also went to the employment agency, and his own mother is the one who got him the job.
Yes, and seeing Ann Mira was great. Yeah.
She did not feel a connection with him.
Was a snapper?
And
Yes.
Thomas Lennon and with Robert Ben Garant co-wrote this and co-wrote the second movie, the two of them. Third movie was written by different writers though.
It was written by
interesting.
Jake Cherry.
Yeah, it was written by the late Nick Cherry. Yeah.
Did you guys notice how it ended with he snapped off his flashlight?
Yeah, I did think that was cute. Yeah.
The Snapper. Yes.
Snapper.
Yeah, well, and I forgot that the setup for the second movie is that he has like quit his job at the museum, and it's 3 years later, and he now runs like a company making weird like mail order inventions. Like the second movie starts with an infomercial for the glow in the dark flashlight.
So it starts like Ghostbusters 2.
If you want to see Ben Stiller as a weird inventor, just watch Envy. That is an odd movie. Jack Black and Ben Stiller, Amy Poehler. Very odd movie.
I've never heard of that one.
No,
Me either.
It's about two childhood friends and sort of one of them becomes a rich and famous inventor, but it's very, very, very surreal, actually.
huh? Jack Black and Ben Stiller.
Yep. And Amy Poehler.
Yeah, no, that's
It's
wow.
no mystery, men.
It was a critical and commercial failure,
Yes.
earning $14 million on a box office on a budget of 20 to
Ben
40.
Stiller.
It is not a great movie.
It has
but
an
it is
8% on
enjoyable
Rotten
movie to watch
Tomatoes.
once.
Nice.
Jack Black and Ben Stiller failed to wring laughs from a script that's essentially one extended poop joke.
Yeah, one of them invents
All
they
right.
invent something called vaporize that gets rid of dog poop.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's an odd movie. Like I said, if you like Ben Stiller and Jack Black, watch it once.
That's fair. Yeah.
There you go.
Just watch it once.
Just once is
I
all
mean,
you
yeah,
need.
don't commit to multiple.
No, there's no reason to pre-commit to multiple viewings. One is good enough to make up your own mind.
And the two of them are great individually, but together, not so much.
I don't think have they done
Well,
much?
there, Eric, you have a fan.
Yeah.
Adam agrees with you.
I'm not even guilty about it.
It's a not
I will
guilty
enjoy
pleasure for
Paul
him.
Rubin's performance.
I don't know this movie.
Oh, it's interesting. It's the oddest superhero movie you will ever see,
It is true.
Oh,
and that includes.
No,
Kick-Ass.
I will say, I've been questioning a double feature with it sometime.
with a real serious superhero movie.
No, with something that's the exact same movie.
Perfect.
Mystery Man and Kick Ass, I think would be a fantastic double feature.
I have not. Yeah, I have not seen the that one in a while. Yeah.
So maybe someday.
Well, Mystery Men and Big Hero 6.
Oh, there you go. I do like Big Hero 6.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's one I haven't watched in a long time. I need to rewatch it sometime. So
But yeah, it's been a while for me too.
It's a tearjerker.
Tears.
I love the monkey. I said that already, but I really do. When he's
Next.
slapping Ben Stiller, and then Ben Stiller starts slapping
It
him
was
back.
a weirdly long slapping scene.
It does.
I know. I just love it though. Like it gets me on the edge of my seat.
when he tricks the monkey into taking the baby teeth, Amanda's sitting there going, "Why are you telling him what you did? Why are you giving away your trick? This makes no sense."
Listen, just let him steal a new pair of baby keys every night. It would be fine. You don't have to taunt the monkey.
Oh man.
His hubris.
Crazy.
With him like reading up on like doing magic tricks for Attila the Hun.
Oh, and yeah, that was good too. I like that. With the,
Yeah, but he
he sees it in the thumb, and then
yeah.
Or just giving a lighter to the caveman and then lighting the entire exhibit on fire.
Who could see that coming? And also, you never heard of any feedback of why one of their cavemen characters was missing.
I was saying that. I was like, why did he not get fired for that? He was getting fired. It was like tons of
he noticed something this tall was out of place in the cowboy exhibit, but he didn't notice an entire character was missing from the cave.
Yeah,
so good.
It's fascinating because it seems like Ricky Gervais's character doesn't know that the museum comes to life, right? Like that seems to be the idea, because otherwise he'd be way more forgiving about the new guy. Right. But it's crazy. But then in which case he's like really like kind, not firing him when he like actually like tampers with exhibits during his night guard shift. Like I feel like if you worked at a museum, if you actually started like leaving things in exhibits overnight, that's pretty non-negotiable.
Maybe he's just like been in the business so long. He's like, well, like half of it's probably fake anyway, so why bother?
Well, he was freaking out about the young kids.
Yes.
Yeah, well, and I guess like the standard of what he's been used to being at this museum for a while, it's probably like even on the good nights, it's probably a little bit of just. And I guess most of their exhibits are just like wax figures and little figures, right? They don't actually have a lot of precious historical artifacts that we see. It's a lot of.
Well, they have an invaluable gold tablet that they apparently leave totally exposed.
Yeah, that they do have.
Yeah, exactly.
Walk right
if they had the actual gold, like just there for people to come in and see, I don't know.
Yeah,
also,
and they've spent the money to build giant, dog statues on either side of him.
Also, don't you think that the security team at that big of a museum would be bigger than 3 old guys?
Well, but they're losing money.
Yeah,
they can't afford to.
That is some hardcore downsizing to go from like 3 to 1.
Mickey Rooney was a hoot in this, man.
Yeah.
Yes, that was so good.
All the insults he was coming up for Ben Stiller. How many different names did he call him?
Yes.
I'm the biggest star in the world. You hear me? Bang.
Just try me, sweet cheeks.
Oh, and I love the giant Easter Island head with the like, dum dum, you bring me gum gum.
Gum gum, bring me gum gum.
That was Brad Garrett.
Oh, it's so good. I don't know. Yeah, it's
From
very
Everybody
silly.
Loves Raymond. Dum dum. Everybody loves Raymond. Dum dum.
I did not make that connection.
I looked in the credits.
All right.
Yeah, solid movie. Solid movie.
All right, I give one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right.
And we'll see what Adam's got.
I think we know Adam.
Yeah, I don't think we. Yeah.
Hey, you never know.
So if you're in the comments and you're watching,
He did say you were polishing a turd, Eric. I don't think.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
gonna
think
be
it's
enough
subtle.
for him.
Maybe he likes turds.
Maybe he does, or maybe his kids like turds. Thumbs down. All right, but that still lands at a 93% for us.
Really? That's 1 out of 6?
That is 1 out of 6. That's 5 out of 6.
5 out of 6 is 83.
Oh wait, I did that wrong. Sorry about that.
That sounds
Division is hard. It's fine.
83. I
that was Moon Township math to me. I don't know.
That's all right. Yes, that's all right. 83.3. Unlike last week's movie with Beowulf ended up with a 14.3.
Yeah, that's deserved.
It had a lot of very mild thumbs down. Nobody was really completely ripping it, but it was just like, no.
Yeah, but no.
It's like the Rotten Tomato system, right? Yeah. We most of us wouldn't recommend it, even if we're not more
thumbs down good for kids. So he thumbs up it for kids, apparently. No, it's not.
For kids.
For kids, absolutely. Spin? I think we should spin. Figure out who's going to pick next week's movie, unless anybody has any comments they'd like to talk more about.
I do want to watch the second one sometime.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spin away.
All right, let's spin this sucker and see who's going to pick next week's movie. Amanda is shunned from being able to choose. I must. No, this is it. This is everybody. I think I got everybody here. So I'm going to shuffle.
I was in chat earlier, but he ain't here.
Yeah, see? All right, let's spin it and see who's going to win it. It looks like it might be.
No, not me again.
Dave again.
Man.
Right. I am going in a completely different direction, but I have to figure out what that direction is.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So
see, I've had my movie picked since we started this this new cycle.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm ready to go, man.
See here.
I
have to check availability too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We're letting the fates decide.
Whoa.
The fates don't want to watch your movie. So, all right. Well, then, while Dave is thinking about his movie choice, we can talk about some recommendals.
Recommendals.
I'm not always so good with the words.
So, I have my movie already.
Good.
Nice.
Good for you.
Well, there we go.
I had to check if it was streaming. I want to go a completely different direction. We've had fairly family-friendly. Beowulf is a little weird.
Oh boy, it's going to get scandalous.
Nice. Pulp Fiction.
Training Day from 2001.
Training Day.
Whoa.
Denzel and Ethan Hawke.
Wow. How about that on Amazon Prime?
A cop movie.
I don't think I've ever seen.
I mean, security guards are basically cops, right? So it's
there you go. So I should have picked Paul Blart.
Yeah, there you go.
I was thinking you might as well have chosen, I don't know, Private Benjamin. No,
Training Day next week.
It's good for kids.
Absolutely. I have never seen Training Day. I know that.
Oh, it's. I won't say much about it, but it is. There's some impressive performances in it.
I believe that's a line from it, if I'm not mistaken.
Either that, or Adam has gone off the rails.
Or maybe that's what he's been watching this week. King Kong Ain't Got Shit on Me. Maybe that's a show we haven't heard of. I know last week I recommended the movie Saturday Night.
Yes.
And then, of course, the 50th anniversary of Saturday Night Live was this weekend. And a lot of people were pooping on it. I know in the comments in the Facebook group, we were poo-pooing on it a little bit. And my complaint, and I liked it, and I recommend you watch it, but my complaint was just that they're using a lot of the same people more than once, like sometimes 3 times. Like, does Anna Gasteyer have to be on 3 times? Will Ferrell's on 3 times, or maybe twice.
Well,
there's
it may have
so
also
many
been
people to pull from.
But it may have also been who was available for rehearsals too, because there's some of those people that are very busy and they were able to fly in for the show, but may not have been able to be there ahead of time.
Yeah. I will say that Julia Louis-Dreyfus does a very funny thing. I think if you watch the ending credits, you can see Lenny from the TV show It's a Lot. Lenny, who plays the owner of the dealership, because he was on for a couple of years. At the very end of the credits, you see Dean Edwards there, and he goes up to Lauren. They hug each other. I thought that was very cool.
I did like the John Mulaney New York montage. That was fun.
Meryl Streep, first time ever on SNL. How about that for a weird side note? She made her debut on the 50th anniversary, and if you haven't seen it yet, not a spoiler alert, but she will be on.
Now, was it awkward for Brad Hall to be sitting in the audience and not on Bill Murray's top 10 Weekend Update host?
I know. Awkward. Or Charles Rocket, the late Charles Rocket. And then Tom Hanks started doing a memoriam, but then it was a memoriam for characters they did that were in bad taste, that they had to stop doing these characters. So they had all the
It's kind of
blackface
funny.
that they did, and they
Lorraine Newman
pixelated
got a
them.
special bit. She got
Lorraine
her
Newman
thing
got
with
a nice bit.
with
Yeah.
Davidson. Yeah.
Chevy Chase was in the audience and was called out a few times, but he was not on camera.
Yeah.
Jane Curtin was only on at the very end, holding up a picture of Gilda.
And people, they might have also been given the option as to whether they even wanted to be on there, let alone,
And some of these
Yeah.
people are probably not in great health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As noted during the discussion of the quaddemic. So what do? You gather all the 70 plus people in a small audience together.
Yeah, I've seen
I
clips
did.
on it online, but I haven't watched the show yet.
It's very uneven.
The
As
two
Saturday Night Live typically is.
yes, the two people that shocked me were Dan Aykroyd wasn't there.
Right. He posted something about that.
I thought he just posted about the fact it was happening. Did he post why he wasn't there? Did he get sick?
No, he didn't post why he wasn't there. Just that.
And also, Bill Hader wasn't there.
Hmm.
But he was in the commercial for the ID Buzz, the new Volkswagen, doing the Californians. It's a very funny commercial.
And some of these people are very busy. I mean, he may be making a movie right now. It's
Yeah. But one of the best is Eddie Murphy does an amazing impression.
he does a great Tracy Morgan, doesn't he?
I got money. I
got
eat 4
Wal-
cheese lasagna. I don't have. I'm too rich to eat 3 cheese lasagna.
He did make the Walmart money joke at least, but I got
Yeah.
Walmart money.
Debbie Downer skit Adam was bringing up.
Well, Debbie Downer was a fun sketch, but it's been done to death.
Yeah, but to have De Niro in there and that kind of helped it.
But if you have not
realize-
seen it,
if you have not seen it,
the music show that aired on January 27th, I believe, the SNL, it was 3-hour music special, is excellent. They have segments on musical impressions. They have Belushi doing Joe Cocker.
oh,
They have
you're,
Fred
talk-
Armisen doing Prince.
you're
They
talking
have a
about
section.
the like the documentary, not
Yes.
the actual concert the night before.
Yes, the documentary.
The concert was really good too.
There's sections on musical spoofs. There's sections on very influential, performances like Sinead O'Connor and things like that. It really is excellent. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, Bill Hader apparently had a long-standing commitment. Who knows?
And plus, there's no way they could put everybody in.
Yeah,
And
Dana
you're
Carvey,
never gonna
Dana
make-
Carvey wasn't there either.
Yeah, you're
Yes.
never going to make everybody happy with, no matter how many people you put in, there's going to be people going to go, well, they didn't get enough time, and why wasn't they there? And just,
Right.
You got to do your best.
I think Lauren Michaels looked out of it. Adam talks about the scowl on his face. That's how he was born, Adam.
Yeah.
That's an 80-year-old man. What do you want?
Yeah. The show after watching the movie about the 90 minutes leading up to the first episode, I really recommend that movie again and again. And honestly, if I get picked,
That was going to be my choice for this week.
that was gonna be my choice as well.
Oh, wow.
I still have to watch the 4-episode TV show. That documentary TV show.
My mom said John Lovett's seat being given to a dog was funny.
Yes? Him being seated at the American Girl store.
Yeah,
I'm not mad. I just want to know why.
yeah. The
Lovett's
Q&A.
Lover 27 or whatever it was.
Yeah, they did a Q&A, which was very funny.
The Q&A was uneven, but some parts of it were very good. And the best part about the Q&A was lots of shots of the audience, because Margaret and I are sitting there going, okay, there's that person. Oh, look, there's De Niro. And, it was really cool just picking people out.
And you wonder why some people are so far in the back. Really, that they should be closer to the front. Like Jim Belushi, did a video before the show started. He put up on TikTok, and he's way up high. I mean, he's John Belushi's brother. He was a cast member.
Yeah,
as well.
but they didn't have Peter Aykroyd in front either. I mean, come on.
Was
He's
Peter
John
Aykroyd
Belushi.
a cast member?
I don't know. He may have been a writer, I think, at some point. He wasn't a cast member. But
Jim Belushi was.
Jim Belushi was not great on the show. Come on.
No, he wasn't.
Rappin' Jim? What about Rappin' Jim?
I rap with my butt incredibly tight. Yeah, not good. He was one of the lesser cast members.
And Steve Martin's monologue was pretty good when he said,
was.
Bill Murray's here, of course, because we didn't invite him.
Yes. And my other one was, we've had 327 hosts and only 2 of them were murderers. And I was like, okay, it took me 30 seconds to come up with the 2 of them.
Oh, I knew immediately, but then I started worrying that some people were thinking they were talking about Alec Baldwin.
I mean, OJ comes to mind immediately, but it took me a few seconds to think of Blake.
Yeah.
Now is this still streaming on Peacock,
Yes.
or is this a one and done?
No, it's on Peacock.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be on Peacock for a long time. As Jim, well, the music special on Friday was on Peacock, and Jimmy Fallon made he kept saying, "So look at it, we have thousands of people here at Radio City Music Hall, and 12 people on Peacock watching right now."
Wow.
And
Wow.
Adam Sandler's song wasn't great as a song, but it was fun because just all of the mentions of all the people was pretty cool.
Yeah. And switching from SNL, Adam saw Captain America, and it's meh.
It's
Hey,
not
that's pretty
doing
much
well.
everybody's
Unfortunately,
reaction
it's
to it.
not getting great reviews.
Yeah, that's pretty much across the board. Is like, meh. You know, it's no Eternals, but meh.
I still want to see it. I'm still gonna see it eventually. So. Oh my! Eventually.
And you got Harrison Ford. You know, come on.
I know, right? Yeah. Anybody
How
else
about-
see anything else they'd
How
like?
about the Super Bowl commercial for Jeep with Harrison Ford, where he's like, "And my last name is Ford."
Yep,
Very
that
funny
was
Jeep
good.
commercial. All right,
We talked about that a little bit last week.
I wasn't able to hear
I
everything
know.
last week.
I know you were very busy.
No, I was trying to pay attention. It's very spotty at 35,000 feet, and then it kept jumping back. Like all of a sudden, it would go back. And why are they talking about this again? And like, oh wait.
That's kind of how the show works.
Oh.
Brought to you by the EriDan Satellite Network.
That's right, exactly. Trying to think if I've watched anything in the past week
I'm trying to think as well. I mean, I just
worth encouraging people to watch.
yeah, that's my problem. Like I'm watching something that I'm not going to be like, hey, guys, watch this. It's just the Lost World. It's older 90s thing. I think I watched in the 90s. Maybe it's 80s. I don't remember.
We did. Excuse me. We did go see. We were looking for a movie to go see. I looked a week ago and it was dead. There was nothing worth seeing in the theaters. So this weekend when it came out, we did go see Paddington in Peru.
Oh,
And it's not as good as the first two movies, but it's enjoyable. If you really love the first two movies, it's worth seeing. It's not a classic. It's never going to have the accolades like Paddington 2 did, but it is definitely worth seeing.
Conan O'Brien thinks Paddington 2 is a perfect movie.
I know. A lot of people do.
Yeah,
You know,
it's on my list.
Dave, I can't believe you went all the way to Peru to see Paddington.
Yeah, well, you know, they have their reclining seats there. It's nice.
Oh,
You watched it on the plane. It was really spotty.
And real butter on the popcorn.
Oh,
Oh my!
Adam must not. What airline are you flying out of that it's the worst? Because honestly, streaming something live is really hard. But as far as like watching Netflix or any of the other streamers, the airlines they've got it down somehow.
it's just watching us.
Well, live streams are, I think, a different bit rate, I'm guessing, than.
Well, people are watching on pretty small screens, so it's not like you have to stream that many bits because it's pretty low resolution.
But maybe
Oh, no, Dan watches movies on his phone, but he brings a full screen TV with him on the plane.
You plug a USB-C connector and sets up a giant 27-inch.
When he's watching this, it's all about the big screen.
I want everybody to watch it.
As you should. Crazy.
Oh, Adam paid the $8. Adam, first off, do you have T-Mobile? If not, you get free with T-Mobile, and I'll give you a trick later, Adam.
There you go.
Yeah,
Eric's-
T-Mobile.
Eric's
You have Keenan Thompson doing T-Mobile commercials.
And Auto Trader,
Yep.
and Kelly Blue Book. He works for our company as well.
I did like the joke about the first cast member to leave the show was Chevy Chase, who was replaced by Keenan Thompson.
Yeah.
Basically.
He has been there forever. He has continued every year. He breaks his own record of longest tenured cast member.
22 years
Yep.
doing one character.
No, he does Al Sharpton. He does Big Poppy.
All right, but the voice is the same almost in every.
Yes,
every,
yes.
Yeah.
And he's frequent host of game shows.
Yes.
Yeah. He's not a voice guy, that's all.
Black Jeopardy was funny.
Yes. Oh, they had some live glitches, like the catch of Tom Hanks coming in as they're getting rid of Eddie Murphy at the end of Black Jeopardy and things like that. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
moving parts.
And when they did the Brooklyn talk, I won't give away the surprise, but Maya Rudolph's microphone, her wig was on the microphone, so you hear this ruffling. Then all of a sudden it goes down, and you can see the boom mic come in. They're like, "Oh, get a boom on her," and then you can see it. So they're like, "All right, let's." And so you see her looking at somebody, and they cut away for a second. They come back, and her hair is pushed back. So obviously they're telling her like, "Move your hair," because it just sounded like this the whole time she was talking. Did you hear what I said? It sounded like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The whole time she was talking.
Was that your hair, Dan?
Yeah, my EriDan.
Woo. Wow. Unfortunately, I have to go. I'm having some back issues.
Okay. Sorry to hear that.
I'm gonna jump off and let you guys finish this up. So I will see you all next week.
Training day.
All right. See you guys.
And there goes Eric.
He's still here.
Hey,
He's still here. Oh, there he goes. All right, I got nothing else to say.
I think we're almost done anyway.
Sure.
If anybody wants to drive down to Georgia,
The Devil went down to Georgia.
the sitcom just got it's not up on the website yet, but the sitcom just got selected for the Georgia Comedy Film Festival in April.
Nice.
Sweet.
2 festivals that we're in now.
That's awesome.
We're getting traction, as they say.
That's what Eric's getting right now too.
I wonder if
Possibly.
the drugs just kicked in for his back, and he's like, I gotta
Or he has
go.
to go get them as soon as possible. Because
Right now he's laying there.
Oh yeah, he was going to get them. He looked like
one of the big 3 is back pain, tooth pain, and headaches are the 3 that just mess your whole life up for a while.
yeah. Yep.
Adam's thinking of going down to Portland for the screening. You've seen it already, Adam. You don't need to go.
He's your groupie. Let him be a groupie.
Yeah. Well, it's $50, Adam, by the way. But it's an all-day pass. I mean, there's other great movies. I'm just saying. I mean, you could go for all the other movies. I'm literally, I might be driving down and then driving right back. It might be that quick of a trip. I wanted to take the train. Scott and I talked about doing that. Oh, Adam's got some hip and back arthritis.
I've got hip and knee arthritis, so yeah, I sympathize.
I got spinal arthritis.
Amanda, any arthritis?
Not that I know of.
Welcome to Arthritis Talk here on the EriDan channel.
I have to say, I never cared for Kristen Wiig's small hands character on the Lawrence Welk thing. I always thought that was a one-trick pony that they kept doing way, way, way too many times. So seeing that again was not particularly entertaining.
But her playing the drums on Kim Kardashian's butt. Spoiler alert, sorry.
I mean, that sounds funny.
And Scarlett Johansson. Oh, Eric didn't know that Scarlett Johansson's in this a bunch.
Oh yeah, and one of my favorite jokes when she comes out during the whole John Mulaney New York thing, and he goes, "Who hit you, Colin?" And she goes, "Not this time."
Yeah.
That was a great line. That was...
Nathan Lane singing a Disney song.
He had sworn he would never sing Hakuna Matata again. He had gone so sick of it, and they got them to do a version of it for this, which was impressive.
What was it like?
Cocaine and vodka.
Cocaine and the vodka.
Yeah. What a wonderful thing.
Yeah. And as they're doing, I'm like, oh, Disney's gonna love this. And then John Mulaney goes, Disney's gonna love this. A fun time. I do recommend if you get a chance when it is streaming on Peacock at the moment.
I still gotta watch that other one you recommended.
Saturday night.
I forget. It's the time travel one.
Travelers.
Yes, that. Yes.
You haven't watched Travelers yet?
I have not. Sorry, I still got to.
How about what about Severance? Did you guys talk about Severance last week? You guys watching it or are you waiting until it's all over?
I am saving up season 2 until it's fully landed.
Oh. I literally have watched every episode of season 1 again, and I've watched every episode of season 2 twice now because there's so many Easter eggs, so many little clues that you go, oh my god. There's stuff in the first season that they're revealing. Oh, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
We did watch a movie. Oh, what was it called? We were looking for something to watch on Valentine's Day, I think it was, and we went to Netflix. And okay, well, surely you can find something on Netflix. And we started a movie with Kristen Bell in it, and we got 5 minutes in and went, "This isn't very good. Let's give it a little more." 10 minutes in, we were both, "This is awful," and we switched away from it. And finally, we found a movie starring what's the name of the guy? I'd have to look it up. But that is it. When We First Met, I think, is the name of the movie, and it is a time travel. It's a time travel rom-com.
It's Adam something or other, right? From Pitch Perfect. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not it's not a classic, but it's a fun, nice to watch time travel
like
rom-com.
Yeah, popcorn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's very Groundhog Day-esque, but it's done in a different way and with a different emphasis, so it's fun.
I think my favorite, I don't know, it's just what was in my mind right now when you mentioned it, is when they were making fun of the frosted tips that he had.
Oh, when he first woke up with the frosted tips, I just cracked up because that was. Oh no, I want hard asshole.
It was so good.
So there's some really good moments in it.
Not a recommendation, but
it's worth it.
But a goal. Adam says there's a new animated movie on Max he wants to see called Flow. FLOW.
Is it Flow from Prudential?
It's not, it's not Florence Jean Castleberry either.
Yes.
Kiss my grits. So Adam, you have to watch it and get back to us. Let us know how it is. All right. Well,
they had another Mad Max come out on Netflix a while ago. I haven't seen that yet either.
Man, why?
Yeah, I don't know. I like the original ones.
I think the second one is excellent.
Yeah.
I think the first one is really low budget, but still enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly.
The third one is half a good movie.
I just you gotta love Thunderdome though, right?
Yeah, that's the part that's good. When he's raising the kids by the coast, it just is a completely different movie. It's just like, what happened? What did he change directors mid-movie or something? It just completely changes tone.
It does, definitely. Yeah. Well, I mean, there are a few movies that do that.
I always hold up Stripes as one that's like that. I love the first half of Stripes when they're in basic training. It's hysterical. And then when they go on the rescue mission in the motorhome, it's not nearly as good for the second half.
I've been wanting, I don't think I will suggest it on here, but From Dusk Till Dawn, yeah. That's totally, I mean, like, it's like really, really weird of a change. Nobody's ever seen that?
I haven't. No. I've heard of it. I know of it, but I've never seen it.
It's Tarantino, and it's like, it has George Clooney in it.
That's the vampire movie?
For half of it. It like, people turn it off, like when you're watching it and it's all of a sudden switches. They're like, what?
Well, Tarantino is not a very predictable filmmaker.
Exactly. Yeah. That has also a bunch of sequels that are just like,
yeah,
don't even.
That Tarantino is not involved in, I'm assuming.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Adam says Full Metal Jacket's his first half, second half one.
Yeah, movies. It's weird movies that are that way. It really is. And in some cases you see why, but in other cases it's like, what happened here? Yeah.
Well, Tarantino made it that way. I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's just Tarantino likes to go against expectations. So.
And that's what this does. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well,
I think that's it.
I think we can wrap it
sure.
there. So next week you
great
have your marching orders, training day.
Change of pace next week. Have fun.
All righty. I'm going to hit the end stream and it's going to play a little music and we're going to go away. Bye, everybody.
Bye.